it's lights out. They're very good. It's a good start from both Matter and Carl. Getting the bear exit, and both of them spun simultaneously. Heading into the camel straight, still going side by side as well. Side by side into the Curva Grande. Are they going to keep it side by side with Iceman? Yuri going for the dive bomb. Can he make it work? He's gone off a bit. And look at that. Oh, right here, right now. Otherwise, the undercut will not work. It's going to be very, very close. Iceman just gets ahead of Kyle there. Matter comes across the line, and he's your VSL Season 6 champion. Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to VSL Season 7. This is the pre-season race, and we go to Spielberg in the famous mountains for the Austrian Grand Prix, a circuit that I love on this game and in real life, of course, and I'm sure we should see some fantastic action. My name is Jesper, one of your commentators for this season, and I'm not alone this season. I'm joined by someone very capable in the commentary box. It is Matt, also known as Red Matt. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm capable. That's very nice of you to say. But I'm great, thank you. I'm actually really excited for this race. Austria never fails to show some action, but it's a pre-season race that's hopefully it gives people a taste of what VSL will bring for the following season. But how are you doing, Jess, as well, most of all?
I'm doing great. I've been excited pretty much all week to get this season underway. We've got 20 new drivers ready to take the field by storm, but we only got 13 drivers tonight, but still 13 drivers is better than nothing. I think most of the drivers we've got tonight are drivers that have raced in VSL before, but I think we might as well talk to you about the teams that we've got this season before we kick off, as people will be on their outlets, so we won't be missing too much. So in the Mercedes this season, we've got Kev and we've got Ahmed. Ahmed's not here tonight because he is he just got married recently, so congratulations to him. And in the Red Bull, we've got Newgarden and Yuri, a very strong pair in there, both from Team Speed there. In the McLaren, we've got Pete, also known as Speed Knighton, and Flexi, also known as Sam, I think that's his name. In the Ferrari, we've got Lee, and we've got Panos D19. Panos joined midway last season. In the Aston Martin, we've got Speed Iceman, also known as Ben, and Speed Risky, also known as Sully. Sully is the owner of VSL. In the Alpine, we have Ryan Berry and we have Tony P394. Tony again joined midway last season. He wasn't too bad. In the AlphaTauri, we have M Ryan 012, and we have one of our new drivers to the league. He's not here tonight though. It's Maverick. In the Alfa Romeo, we have ERT Kyle and one of our new drivers, LGN Hayden. I don't think Hayden's here tonight. Nope, he's not. In the Haas, we have Mike65MX and Goodlip, or G Goodlip. I don't know how you say it. Apologies if I get the names wrong. And finally, in the Williams, we got VSL Season 6 champion Matter alongside Deck, also known as Acorn 95. So that is your lineup for this season, but we got a few reserves tonight. Replacing one of the Aston Martins, we got Patino, so he's joining us and seeing what VSL is like, and who knows, he could be a reserve here. So those are our 20 drivers, and what do you make of that lineup, Matt?
Very, very quick drivers in the list as well, and again, it's going to be a bit of a challenge for Matter to defend, to see if we can get his third championship, but yeah, it's going to be really fascinating to watch. There's a couple of new drivers in there as well, so hopefully this pre-season race gives us an idea of where the drivers are.
Yes, and we've got a beautiful calendar as well, which obviously we're starting in Austria tonight, but the first round of the season, we've got Bahrain, and then we head to Spain, Monaco, Azerbaijan and Canada. Then we got a week's break. Then we got France, Austria, Britain, Hungary, Belgium and the Netherlands. Then we got another week break. Then we got Monza, Russia and Singapore. Then we got a nice 2-week Christmas break. So I know some of you guys and me and Matt also want to spend Christmas with our families rather than racing. Then we got Japan, Australia, USA, Mexico, Brazil and Abu Dhabi. We're just basically following what we can of the real life calendar from the tracks which are on the games. Obviously Imola, Jeddah and Portimao are not on the game yet. So without further ado, we may as well get on with the race then, with 13 minutes left to qualifying. And a few people on their laps already, but Carl is setting the benchmark time at the moment, 103.4. But I feel we could expect maybe mid to low 102s tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. When the track rubbers in, when he gets to the 5-minute mark, the track will definitely ramp up, as is it proven there. Kyle's on a 103.4 on the same set of tyres, so there's definitely a lot more time to find Aaron Carr's time. But Pete's time so far on the medium tyre is the one to stand out for me at the moment. But he's about to set another lap here. Where does this put him? Or is this just an out lap? Yeah, it's just a out lap here as he goes to do another run on those medium tyres.
Yeah, in the McLaren, of course, this season. We do remember last season they were in multiplayer cars, and they're not going to be in this season. As an admin team, we decided to go in the constructors because everybody, I'm sure, wants to have a go at the 2021 cars, especially the ones who are in the Aston Martin or the Alpine. Both of them look very, very good. I would rather much be in the Aston Martin, but he's currently in the pits at the moment, so I can't go on board with Coutinho at the moment. But we got Tony in the Alpine who just come across the line. I believe he's invalidated his last lap, so I think he'll go into the pits again right now. I wonder if we'll see some people sandbagging today or people showing their true places. J-Luke has gone retired. He's one of our reserves as well, filling in for Flexi tonight, I believe. And he must have retired. Oh, he's retired just in the middle of turn 4. So, yeah, he must have clipped it or something like that. So, he is gone, but his teammate is still out, and he's come across the line. I don't think Pete has improved, though, so he stays in P2. It was first used in Formula 1 back in 1970 into 1987, and then it was named from the Austria ring to the A1 ring, is how I know the track is, from 1997 to 2003, and then we had, how most of us know it, the Red Bull ring from 2011, returned to the circuit in Formula 1 in 2014, and it holds 2 Grand Prix last year and the year before. This year wasn't as great, the races, I don't think, but it still doesn't take the fact that it's a brilliant circuit. Matter, our reigning champion, he's been on 3 laps on those softs now. I wonder if he doesn't want to use those as many softs too much, or because in the top 10 you have to start on the tire you started on, and you don't really want to be on 3 lap old soft, so he's probably going to come in now. Yes, he does. That's all good.
No.
Oh, and he spun.
Well, I was just going to go back to that incident with J-Luke at turn 4. It looked like he went a bit wide and got into the gravel, and it's just slung him into the wall, and he's actually crashed there, and it's down in P12. So that's going to be a good race, because we know Jamie is quite quick, so he's going to be the one to watch in the race already.
Yeah, and usually the alternate strategy could work here as well, and he does get 3 choice of tyres. Ryan Berry into the pits. Ryan, I think, will go into the pit shortly as well. Let's watch Deck as he goes through turn 4. Clips that curve very, very nice. He almost goes a bit wide there, but he takes on the track for good measure. Now, the windy turn 5, past turn 5, heading towards turn 6. Again, oh, nope, he's not on an actual lap. He's 3 seconds down. Scrap that, because I think he's slowing down anyway, and he's probably going to go into the pits, most likely. Yep, he is going into the pits. When will we be able to commentate on a hot lap? I don't know, but Carl's on one now, I believe, and he's on a lap right now, and I think he's used one of the breaking point helmets, I can tell. I love those helmets. They look very, very nice as he heads towards turn 3. But a bit of a slide going into turn 3. I think a lot of people seem to struggle there, even I do in the handlings. The handling's a lot different. I tried it with medium traction there, and I struggled so much I had to revert to the full traction on this game, which is what I didn't want to do. I wanted to improve, but I just couldn't handle with medium traction on this game. So these guys are managing it very well. So now Carl is past the sector 2 mark. 4/100s quicker than his previous best. He's usually quicker in the final sector, so I think that's where he's going to gain the most time. So he's past turn 9 and 10, where I think we're going to see some invalidations. So let's see what he could do. Can he get to the 102s? He's not in the 102s, but he's 5/100s quicker, and he's a 103.3 for him right now. And he's still provisionally on pole position at the moment.
I tell you what, there's Pete who's on this outlap. He's about to start his lap right now in P2. So he'll be his first lap on the soft tyre, I believe. See where this lap puts him.
Yeah, compared to his medium run, it was a 103.5. So I imagine if he improves his run even more on the softs, he'll probably be pole position. 9/10 per second is around the difference between the softs and the mediums around this track. So a perfect lap would be brilliant. The first person into the 102s. And we don't know how everyone is going to get stacked because not everyone is here tonight. But if people do well around here, this will give them good momentum going into round one and see that they are the ones to watch out for. But it also puts a target on their back as well. So maybe some people not pushing too much. But Pete's definitely pushing right now on his lap. I think he's put less fuel than his last lap, of course. And he's still got, apart from this run, he's got 2 more soft runs to go, technically, if he wanted to. But I think he only has time for potentially 1 more. So Pete just passed turns 7 and 8. Down the hill he goes. Watch out for the pit lane to make sure you don't cut that, because usually people get... Whoa, he invalidated in the final corner. And it would have been pole position.
He would have been unhappy with that anyway, because it looked like he clipped the grass on the entrance to turn 9. That put a bit of dirt in his tyres there, so I think he got a bit distracted there. So definitely time to find for Pete, for sure. So keep an eye on that battle between Kyle and Pete. Will that be a sign to come for next season?
Yeah, potentially. I think we've seen the likes of Kyle and Mata battle it last season. You've seen the great battles emerge as well. It went down to, I think, the penultimate round of the season in Bahrain, and Mata really just pipped to the post, and he was quite dominant as well. But he didn't start off the season quite well. I think it was Brazil where he really started off his winning campaign. But he's only in 4th at the moment, 103.8. But the top 4 separated by around about 4 or 5 tenths per second. And then we got Goodlip, one of the new drivers, well, G_Udlip. He's not doing too bad. We don't know how the new drivers are going to do, and he's quite quick for a newbie so far. And I don't know his true pace. So again, this is probably a chance to see what he could do. Of course, pretty much most assists are allowed on this game, apart from the obvious one. Oh, and he invalidated, but I think that wasn't his push lap anyway. So yeah.
No. I was just trying to, sorry, I apologise, sorry for butting in, but Verternia has just spun it at turn 1, got caught on the curb, and just the car took over, and then he's just spun it. Luckily, no damage, but it's where Lando said his famous lines, lacking talent. But Verternia does not lack talent. That is not an innuendo. That's not Verternia. He's a great driver. But yeah, this game showing signs of curb issues once again, just losing the rear. So yeah, that's nothing against Verternia at all. That was not.
Well, I promise. We promise. It's only the first race, and he did a Nico Hulkenberg. He was called last minute. He said he wanted to race, and I think it was risky that said, "Oh, you can race," and there we go. And so he's done a 104.2, but because of that spin, I don't think he's going to improve even more. The clouds are starting to thicken a little bit. It's gone dark very quickly. So if I were them, I might get a lap quickly. We don't know what the weather is. It could be a wet end to qualifying, but I doubt it. It may just be overcast now in me. As Yuri is starting his flying lap too. Has probably explained why a few people are on their out laps now as New Gardens through turn 3. We got Pete on his next out lap. Kyle as well, heading towards the final corner. Please don't invalidate Kyle. And he does not. And is he going to be the first person in 102s? No, he's slightly slower than his previous best. A-Deck has slowed down in turn 4, so he's not going to improve. New Garden, he's got a bit of traffic in front of him. Hopefully these 2 drivers move out the way, which they do. And he's looking quite comfortable for now. Some of these drivers are known for being top-tier driver, then there's some that's like kind of Middle East, so there are mixed ability. Oh my goodness, I was right. It's raining. So it looks like qualifying could be done earlier than we think. And in pre-season as well. Typical.
Yuri's about to finish this lap. He's currently in P11. He's 1 second up on his lap time, and it's absolutely pouring down in the last sector now. So I think Yuri will be the last improvement on track. It is. He's gone up to P10. But at the same time, he might be annoyed because he might want a fresh set of boots.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is going to improve outside the top 10 now, so we will have to start on the stock on powder tyres, and that one extra lap could have made a difference, but there we go. What about Pete? Pete's only 100 slower than his previous best. I don't know how he's doing it, to be fair. And I think we are going to see the DRS disabled sign. No, we're not. He's winning it. And, that is an interesting way to take turn 5 and 6 there. But luckily, it's only qualifying. And don't forget, there is damage from different damage models on this game. You could get floor damage now. You could get side pod damage, diffuser damage. I don't think you get diffuser damage as much. I think it's only if you reverse on purpose sometimes, which does not work. Mike's on. No, you can tell that the track is so down. Even Mike's are in down. So that is an anticlimactic. I kind of wish things didn't materialise this early, but it happens sometimes. So Pete comes in, and I think we're just going to wait for everybody else to retire. I don't think anyone will be too pleased with that.
But we can't control the weather, unfortunately. But yeah, it is sort of disappointing. I wanted to see drivers get into the 102s, but it just looked like the track just couldn't ramp up at all. But I'm not sure what the weather forecast for the race is. I was just looking in the chat, and I think it's looking like when Pete went off on the medium tyres, it's sort of suggesting it's going to be a dry race. But Matt has gone out on the intermediate tyres, so is there a possibility of rain in the race?
I think, to be honest, I only go out on the inters if it's raining the race, just so I can get a feel for the track on the wet track. But if it's not going to rain in the race, there's no point. You just retire. So, or maybe Matta just wants a bit of experience for fun, because it is pre-season, and there will be some wet races in VSL. So, you know, something to get used to. And not many people have had experience of wet races or qualifying on this game. So why not go out at the moment, because you're not going to get any points for it. So we'll see what I think everybody's going on the inters, actually. We've got Matt, we've got Akon, we've got Pete, we've got Kyle. No one is telling us the weather in chat, but I'm glad they're not, because it's a nice surprise, actually. That is something we didn't get last season, because last season was just one weather for the whole of qualifying, whereas we get changeable conditions, which is what we want to see. As who's going to be the first person on the intermediate lap? I think that'll be Matter, actually. And the track is getting heavier and heavier by the minute. It's just getting, every race I've seen wet, changeable conditions, it always gets wet so quickly. It may just be me being in the lobby, I don't know. But let's see how the reigning champion handles the rain so far. Do you know what sort of lap you would expect for these intermediate conditions, or?
I am going to be brutally honest. I have not driven the wet on this game yet.
Oh, good. So you're not the only one, and I've only, the only track I've driven in the wet is on this game is Belgium. I haven't driven in the wet in any other track, so I don't know either. I've maybe 112, 111, but it was a bit. Oh no, I don't think he's going to improve. Peter's retired in the pit, so I think he just went for an installation lap and then came in. Carl, I think is going to do. Nope, Carl's going for a lap or two. And Matt is invalidated, so that is not helpful. Let's see what Carl's first sector is. I didn't see what Matt's first sector is, so it was hard to compare. Oh, it says Carl's on a out lap again.
Interesting.
That's weird.
I wonder if they're just scruffing in a set of intermediates, so when it is wet, they've got a scruff set of intermediates ready, because they warm up quicker, I believe, do a scruff set of inters.
Yeah, that's what I find on this game as well, that I perform better on worn inters than on fresh set. Definitely for that reason. So, qualifying is now done, but it's not going to change the order, but we'll see what Ryan Berry is looking good. He's actually doing not too bad on these wet inters, actually, through turn 4. You have to brake slightly earlier, of course, and we may probably get a glitch from Carl where we'll probably still say out lap for a bit. So we'll see when Carl crosses the line, if it's either checker flag or if it still says out lap. He did lead the session, I think, halfway through, so oh, he's got the checker flag. It's all good. So no glitches there.
You were right at saying about the 110 to 112s. You got a 110.7, so.
Oh, I was right then. Oh, not too bad. And Ryan Berry's invalidated. So that is it then, and Carl is on pole with Pete in second by only 0.2 of a second there. So not too bad, not too bad. I hope it rains in the race. That could be interesting. And I can't remember if the drivers have to do a 2-stop this race. I don't have a clue, but I will check with the admin. So it's Carl from Pete, from Deck, from Matter, from Goodlit, from Ryan Berry, from Newgarden, from Vitinho, from Matt Ryan, from Yuri, from Mike, from Jamie, and from Tony. So that is your order, with Jamie and Tony did not set a lap time. And I'm just seeing what Kyle's set to 1 was in the rain. He's only 2 seconds slower in the wet on set to 1. That's good. And then Matters 17.5. So Carl is fastest in the wet with a 17.1. So Carl looking like he's on the pace right now. So that is good.
Well, what is interesting is Pete is on the medium tyre behind as well. He didn't even actually set a valid lap time on the soft tyre. So we haven't actually seen the potential of Pete yet. So I reckon he's hiding his true potential until the actual race. So I don't know. But Jamie, again, as I said earlier on in qualifying, never mind, scrap the medium tyre, it's raining.
Yes, that's why. I had a feeling the reason why people would go on Inters because it was raining in the race. I see Inters in Matter's garage, so I think it's going to be an Inter start, but I don't think it's going to stay like that. I think it could get worse before it gets better, so it could turn to full wets. It may be dry or it may be wet for the whole race, I don't know, but that is not what the drivers wanted for the pre-season. But at least it gets out of the way, at least for the ones that are here at least. They get a bit of practice before round 1. Round 1's not going to rain anyway, because round 1 is Bahrain, but when does it rain in Bahrain? I don't have a clue, unless it's like a monsoon or something like that. But it's hard to predict who I think is going to do well in these wet conditions, but we will see, and hope you're looking forward to it. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at VSL_F1, and I think you can subscribe to us on YouTube. Turn notifications on. We stream every Wednesday at 8 PM UK time, so make sure you join us then. 36 laps are ahead of us, and yeah, everybody's on the Inter, so at least we don't have to go through which people on which tyres though, so that is a bonus.
So it's going to be interesting. That's a great start to the formation lap, Pete. Congratulations. Okay.
Well, at least damage is off in the formation lap though.
Oh gosh, alright. I was looking down at the track, just looking at the corners, and I had just a brief look up the top of my screen, and there's just an orange dot off the track. That was quite funny, in all honesty. But no, it's gonna be damage limitation, I think, this race really. Try not to get damage, keep penalties to a minimum. I think the race will just result in who has the least penalties here, but it is pre-season, so hopefully everyone does respect the rules. It doesn't seem people remembered the 2-minute rule, because there is the 2-minute rule in VSL to allow people just to prepare themselves, allow the time to go to the toilet or something. It's just, so that's something to remind drivers for the first race of the season. That's why we have pre-season, just to make sure everyone's aware of the rules and etc. Yeah,
and the pre-season race is a good race, pretty much, to get used to that. And if you get it wrong in the pre-season, that doesn't look good for round 1, but at least you will remember to actually follow the 2-minute rule when it starts. And it also gives us commentators a chance to have a bit of a breather as well and talk us through the strategy as well, if it's a dry race and stuff. And it also gives the drivers a bit of a breather as well. So the 2-minute rule is good for everybody. But I would like to know who broke that rule, because it doesn't say it on the stream who's readied up early, which is annoying. But anyway, we're waiting for all 13 drivers to make their way onto the grid. Tony will be the last driver. Actually, no, it won't be Tony, because actually it will be Tony, as a few people just going there nice and early. It will be Yuri, who was a bit slow in the formation lap, to join us. And I think that's all 13 cars on the grid. So we are about to get started for the first race of the season. Pre-season race, that is, but it is better than nothing. So here come the lights. Any second now, we've got 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are underway at VSL. Carl's got a much better start than everyone else on the grid so far, but I think the Williams of Mata did not get a good start. Or actually, no, it was, I think, his teammate Acorn. I don't have a clue, but there's a few people struggling in turn 1 already going off the track. This is not good, but Pete's dropped down into 3rd. Mata's down up into 2nd, and we did see a say about Jay making his way. He started 12th, but he's all the way up into 7th already. He could gain another position here into turn 3. And Yuri's gone off a little bit as well. Ryan Berry's up to 4th, and Mike's dropped a little bit as well. He's down into last position at the moment, so he's taking it cautious at the moment. New Garden's dropped it down too, and Akon is now gaining positions. There's so many positions already gained in the space of 1 lap, so this is great to see. But Carl already pulling away by 2 seconds.
Unbelievable. I was on board with Jay, look, and the launch he got off the line was incredible. And you just saw all the cars in front of him just go wide, and he just snuck down the inside. He went, thank you very much. That's me up into P7. So a great start there from Jamie, and it's the best start he wanted now to lose as little time as possible to the leaders. So again, one to watch in this race.
And they all have the same tyres as well, and the same amount of grip on those tyres, so they're all on the same strategy as they were at the beginning of the race. And unfortunately, we do have the timing glitch, which I thought went away, because on Monday I didn't have the timing glitch. Today it seems like it hasn't fixed itself, which is annoying. Carl is not in 9th position, he's in 1st at the moment, and then it's Mata. We got Matt Ryan, who's in the pit, so he has gone on to, I think, for a fresh set of boots and a change of front wing, so he must have damaged his front wing in the process. I don't think anyone else has gone into the pits though. Everyone else has gone away squeaky clean right now. So we can see, I think, some moves going on in the background between Jamie. Looks like he's going to go for another move. He's going to try and go around the right-hand side of Ryan Berry. Go on, is he going to hold on to his line? I think Ryan Berry backs off. I think Jamie going for the send of dreams into turn 5 and 6. Wow. Jamie, take a bow. He likes his wet weather, doesn't he? He's probably one of the king of wet weathers in VSL, up into 5th already so far. Biggest gainer on the opening lap from starting 12th. Akon having a good start. Well, good few laps as well, even though he didn't have the best of starts. Oh! What's happened to Pete? Pete's binned in the final corner. I thought it was Jamie for a minute then, but no, it's Pete. That was very unlucky, and I think he's got floor... Oh, he's definitely got floor damage. I can see from the right-hand side as well. That is a bit of floor damage as well to his car, and we got a VSC because of that. That was very, very nasty from Pete there, and he will have to go into the pits.
The curbs again, want to strike again, and this time it's Pete. But no, it's a wet race. There's highly chance of a safety car, so it's not all over yet for Pete. But yeah, it's not ideal there at all. But going back to that start, Akon and Jamie had a great start. Well, I keep going on about Jamie having that amazing start. Akon had a good start as well. He's up into P3. So the two Williams, P2 and P3, this will be good for the constructors if Williams can do this in the real event.
Oh, I don't think Jamie was allowed to overtake there, but I think he just backed off a little bit. Jamie just going for absolute sends today. He reminds me of Daniel Ricciardo when he's going for sends when he was in the Renault, of course, pretty much a year ago. And obviously he doesn't make as much sends now in McLaren, sadly. I hope he does improve in real life, because it's sad to see him struggle in the McLaren, and there's obviously Pete and Ryan racing on their own, but apart from that, everyone else is having a little bit of a scrap right now. No DRS, so they're going to rely on slipstream as they head towards up the hill now.
Do apologise for putting there. Mike and Tony are really close on track at the moment, and as I say that, Mike has got a 3-second time penalty and didn't get an ideal exit on Tony, but it was all over the gearbox of Tony coming out of the last corner there. So I'm going to keep an eye on the battles towards the back here.
Yes, and I think, to be honest, Mike on debut so far is very impressing me. He's doing a great job so far, so we'll see if he can improve for the rest of the race. Down in 11th, but obviously he's the last out of the ones who have not got damaged. So as Pete comes in on fresh inters, and I'm still predicting a safety car. Things could change, I think. There was a safety car in, I think it was wet conditions for a little bit in Austria last season as well. So it is known for wetness in VSL. So we've got another yellow flag.
Yeah, it's debutant Goodlip has just lost it on the curve coming out. I believe it's turn 7.
Yes, turn 7 into 8. Yeah, that's not good for the debutant as he has to go into the pits too. And hopefully that's not side pod damage he's got either, because that is unrepairable. But it's hard to tell. Is he staying? No, he's not staying out. I was panicking that he was going to stay out. I think the only battle that we've got on track, I think, is between Jamie and Akon. Then we've got Vitinho versus Yuri. But let's watch Jamie first. He's the fastest in the first sector right now by quite some margin. He's purple at the moment, so Jamie looking the faster guy. And it is starting to get lighter in terms of the rain, so it could dry up pretty quickly. So we could see it dry before we know it. We do see some, and we see some more moves, I think, happening as well. We got Newgarden and Mike going for a move. Mike going for the same move, I think, as what Jamie did a moment ago, and I think he stuck to his guns. Yes, he did. I have to say that is very brave in the wet, and he did that very, very well. You can tell the track has got a bit more grip than a few laps ago, but Mike was in 11th, now he's up into 9th position as Yuri has got a time penalty, so that's the second person on a time penalty, and that's allowing Vitinho to close in just a little bit, using his ERS. Now, he was on 80, now he's on 70. What about Yuri? Yuri's on 90, almost, well, pretty much on full battery, so Yuri's not using too much. That's probably why Vitinho is gaining a bit more, so we'll keep an eye on the battles as they unfold, but Vitinho's got a good run into 2. Is he going to get a good run into 3? Maybe not, but we'll see how Vitinho develops for the rest of this race. Don't forget, he's only a reserve driver and only got called in last minute, so he's doing quite well, but he must have raced already on this game around here, so that's probably why he likes this track already. But it is starting to open up a little bit, so we shall see what happens. But let's watch Jamie again. Oh my god, he's probably going to try for ascend again, isn't he? As he's very, very close onto the back of Akon's gearbox. Now he's not going to go for the move here. He's doing all he can though, bless him. He's seen that Deck has got little to no ERS, so Jamie was probably being told just go for the move soon. As this is very close. We've got Pete and M. Ryan on for the battle as well, but this is the one that we want to watch out for the podium. And I think Jamie wants to get this move sooner rather than later, so let's watch out for these two.
Yeah, sorry for the amount of noises there. Matt Ryan and Pete were battling so hard here, but I'll get over to you, Jess, because Akon and Jay look at battling.
There they go, side by side up the hill. Then Jamie to the left-hand side. We've got Akon to the right. Akon defending quite nicely on Jamie there. Brilliant stuff. Jamie could get the switchback, though, on Akon, but it may be too little too late. Jamie is going to go for the left. Akon has to defend to the right then. In towards turn 4. Jamie's got to go for the switchback of dreams here. He goes for the same run that he did on quite a few drivers here today, but can it pay off as well? No, but it does not. I think Akon sees it coming, but I think Jamie's still holding his line, and bravo to Jamie. He's doing amazing. He's on for podium position at the moment, and all of this is allowing Ryan Berry to come into this fight as well.
Unbelievable. The amount of speed Jamie could just carry around there, it's just incredible. It's just made Akon go down the inside, and he just had no other option but to let Jamie go. Great move again by Jamie. It's just trademark, that. Trademark
move for Mr. Jamie right there. There we go. I do know his last name. You'll probably kill me for saying that now. But I think the more that these guys keep switching positions, I think the more the guys behind will catch up, and I think that's what the Alpine driver is doing. He's doing quite well. So let's see who's gained the most out of everybody apart from Jamie. So Jamie up 9, Mata up 1, no, up 2, sorry. Ryan Berry up 1, Vitinho up 2, Yuri up 3, Tony up 5. So Tony gaining the second amount of positions this race so far. And Mike up 2. So Mike doing the best out of the debutants. And biggest loser, Pete up down 9 and Goodlip down 8. With Newgarden and M. Ryan down 3 and Deck down 1 with that overtake Jamie has just done on him. So Akon is technically almost where he is, but Jamie got past him. But he may lose another position if he's not careful.
Whoa. A lively start of the race here in Austria. I mean, just keep an eye on the battles of track. The closest at the moment is Akon and Ryan Merry. But they're burning a lot of their ERS now. When the race turns dry, they want to sort of prepare themselves when DRS enables, because if they don't have the ERS to defend, they'll just be a sitting duck on the straight.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing Akon 22% compared to Ryan Berry's 36%. So Ryan Berry, I think, has the pace advantage and ERS advantage. He's already gained quite a bit of ERS on the straight into turn 3 in the heavy braking zone. I think that's where you could recharge your battery if you save a bit there. But if you're using it on that turn 3 exit, you're not going to really gain much. As Pete setting the fastest lap on those intermediate conditions at 1:12.6 so far. So he is coming back. And don't forget, the top 12 do score points in this league again. So we are bringing back the top 12 points again to make sure more people have a chance to score points. And wherever you are, inside the top 10 or outside the top 10, whoever scores the fastest lap overall, doesn't matter where you are, gets 2 added points to their total for that week. So even if you get no points for finishing, if you're outside the top 12, for example, if you get the fastest lap, you get 2 points, which is equivalent to if you finish 11th. So what would you do? Fight for 11th position or fight for fastest lap? I would fight for fastest lap, but there we go. Here comes Ryan Berry on Akon, and Akon not doing well with his ERS management, and I think that could be an open invitation for Ryan Berry, maybe. Again, a bit of a slide up the hill there, but Ryan Berry just gaining so much traction on entry through 3 and now heading towards 4. And I'm sure Akon's going to go for the same defensive move as we've seen him doing earlier, but it hasn't paid off for him. So he's got to think of a different launch of attack for Ryan Berry then. And they're still going side by side into turn 6. I thought they would spin off there, but Akon this time his defensive move worked. But Ryan Berry was never going to let that go, but unfortunately he couldn't get it done. But maybe soon. He's gaining a bit more straight line speed as well. So let's see. No DRS, but plenty of slipstream heading towards the start-finish straight. Let's see what he could do then up the hill into turn 1. Maybe not, but I think towards turn 3 as well. Starting to see more time penalties. Out of all the tracks on the calendar, Austria is the one where I think people can gain the most time penalties. I mean, Canada's another one, and USA as well, and Mexico, I believe.
There's maybe France as well. That
and France, yeah.
But, again, Akon was having none of that again at turn 6. He didn't want to be overtaken around the outside again, especially on stream as well. So look at this Ryan having a proper run on Akon. Is he going to try and go around the outside again? Ooh. No, Akon's defended that really nicely there, but again, Ryan's trying to go around the outside, squirming all over the place. Can he make the move stick? He's going to try and go around the outside once again. And has he only just gone and done it? No, Akon is still down the inside, still going side by side. Holy Moses. And oh my gosh, Jess. There goes over. Oh no, there's been contact.
Oh, no. Ryan. Ryan has spun and they probably both made contact with each other. But we're seeing our first pit stops for the 2-stop race. I believe it is 2 stops, so they're making their stop nice and early. DRS enabled. Dry tyres? You sure about that? It's raining. I'm a bit... What? I'm a bit confused. I've never seen that happen. So Matt has gone for medium, so is Jamie. No one else is boxed. So if Jamie and Matt has timed that right, that could go very well. But to be fair, it is a dry track, but it's still raining.
It still looks wet, but is this a graphical glitch on the game? I don't know.
Or Jeff just telling people the wrong thing again, like Jeff does.
What exit matter gets compared to New Garden. Yeah, it just looks like it's drying up a bit. There's still the odd couple of puddles on track now and then.
Kyle's out of the race. What happened to Kyle? Safety car. That's probably given, I think, Deck a sigh of relief there, but I want to find out where Kyle spun. Turn 7. Turn 7.
If I had a camera there, I had my mouth wide open. I was just like, what's Kyle done? He's just thrown the race away.
He was a favourite to win the race as well. So if nobody else is on the dry tyres, if I were you, get yourself on dry tyres because it will dry up at the end of the safety car period. And if you stay out, you're going to lose so much time. And get one of your first stops out the way, boom. And that will promote Mata into the race lead, which is something you do not expect. Joking, you do expect because he did that last season.
And out of all of this, Mata still ends up in the lead of the race.
And Jamie, he's gained 10 positions now, up from P12 to P2. So that's what that time in the pit stop for Mata and Jamie has worked out a treat. And I think same for Matinho as well. He was 7th and now up to 4th. So well done to those guys. Akon gained a bit, but I think he kind of wished he would have gained more. But at least he's don't have to worry about Ryan Berry now. I think Ryan Berry was probably glad that the safety car came out at the right time. And now the rain has stopped. It's now a dry track. So everyone is now on the medium except Pete, who is on the softs.
Unfortunate for Goodlip is he's a lap behind. So unfortunately on this game still you cannot let lap cars unlap themselves, which is unfortunate, but yeah, it's just the way the game is really. I imagine it'll be really hard to code that because they'd probably know in Codemasters there'll be a glitch where you let the lapped car behind, but then it laps all the other cars in front. So
yeah, it happens like that. It happened like that in iRacing as well. It was called the Lucky Dog, where it lets the one who was basically let a random person who was a lap down just go through the other cars and just unlap themselves, but it wouldn't let anyone else unlap themselves. Very weird. I was very lucky at times for that in iRacing. It was in ovals, to be fair. It was around, I think, Daytona, so which is the only oval track that I'm good at. Does Mike's in the pits? I think I know what he's doing. Does he want to do a second stop into the safety car?
he's read the rule book.
Yeah, you are allowed to do that. And if that works, oh, he's got to
5
stop
second time penalty as well.
But still,
he said 2 stops.
Still, that could be a blessing in disguise for the debutant. So, I don't think he would have done that if he didn't have the stop go. So, yeah.
These, as Mike and Matt Ryan caught our most experienced drivers napping.
Yeah. To be fair, I probably would have done that, you know, because the mediums, I think, could just about get to the end. Hold on, let me do some maths. Yeah, mediums last 21 laps and there's 22 laps to go of this race. And the safety car is, the pace is quite low, so you can do it. You can make it to the end on one set of mediums, so... I wonder if if I was Goodlip, I would do... Actually, no, I wouldn't do that if I was Goodlip, because he would be like 2 laps down at that rate. But maybe Pete could try it? I don't know. I don't get it. It is hard to tell at times what's going on. But we'll see anyway what everyone decides to do.
Anyone else follow?
Oh, I thought Mata was going to do that, or Akon.
Tony.
Oh, the other house driver goes in. Goodlib. Oh, he's going to be 2 laps down at this rate. Oh. But I think
Anyone else followed in? No, they haven't.
Yeah, this is cool. I think the strategy has definitely caught me off guard as well, but Goodlib's on the hards. He's not comfortable that the mediums will get to the end. Oh, he's got damaged. That's why. Okay.
Does this count as a pit stop? Was she do it in a safety car? I'm not.
It's not Jacko car.
Oh, yeah. That's in my mind tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Yeah, you are allowed to put on the safety car in VSL rules, and yeah, that to be fair, in non-VSL things related, I did forget to the safety car rule in the Jacko car Kia series on the first race. I did pit on the safety car, and I got a 30-second penalty for it.
Well, yeah.
Which wasn't good, but then I didn't forget again, so there we go. Anyway, what's happened to New Garden and Pete then?
Keep it together, Speed. Boys, come on.
Come on, you can't collide like that.
Just don't do it tomorrow, yeah, as well? Cool.
Yeah, don't do it tomorrow in Jacker car, please. Okay, thanks. Anyway, safety car is in this lap. Matta and J-Luke will be the ones to lead the field away. And I'm going to watch for J-Luke's start as well, because he got a lightning start on the first lap. I'm expecting him to do exactly the same in the safety car restart, unless Matta has a lightning restart. Akon, I think, is going to do well to help his teammate, so this could be interesting. So let's see then. We're about to go underway. Matta is controlling the field and he's already accelerated. We're about to go green flag racing. And Jamie did try and get the best restart that he could, but Matta was just too powerful. And yes, Peter's gone into the pits because of the collision he had with Newgarden. But we got some more moves happening in the back. We've got Coutinho potentially on the back of Akon. We've got Yuri as well. Jamie could get Matta. Oh, careful. They almost made contact. Matta's gone wide. Jamie's got a beautiful run down the hill towards 4. Matta's got to defend for his life here. This is pre-season race, but they're defending and attacking for England here. We're not even in England, so Jamie, who started near the back, had a really poor qualifying and binned it, is now your race leader. Don't forget, he does have to make one more stop, but who cares? He's your race leader. He is on fire right now. Wow.
Holy moly. I was looking when they're going side by side if any of them have got floor damage. The cars look completely A-okay. But now it's all keeping it all together now for Jamie. Hopefully he doesn't do a repeat of what he does in qualifying. I'm touching wood because I don't want to jinx him.
I've touched wood as well. There we go. Wow, 106.1. But Matta looks like he's going to get a run there. But Jamie just closed the door there as well. What about Tony and Yuri? Oh, Matta's spun! Matta's spun. Turn 1. I don't know if he spun by himself there. But whilst I was following Newgarden, Matta spun. So that was unfortunate. So, yeah, that ruined the battle that we was hoping that could have gone on for ages. But there we go, it happens.
Fortunate for Matta is that as well, as we're looking side by side with Matt Ryan and Newgarden going side by side, the AlphaTauri and the Red Bull, and the sister cars now in front of the elder car. That's not going to go down at Red Bull.
Yeah, it's a sister versus sister team, as it were. And they wouldn't want to see their sister team in front. So Matt Ryan did a great job over Newgarden, of course. And look at Yuri's speed on Coutinho. He could take advantage here. DRS not activated yet. It will be activated soon. And it's activated now because it is a few laps after the safety car. And we're starting to see fastest laps left, right and centre. I think the next person to make a move will be Tony in the Alpine car. And I think you've got to be a few steps up the hill to really make a difference. And that's what Tony's going to try and do. And, oh, Yuri's gone wide. That is like a thank you present to Tony. But, oh, is Yuri allowed to do that? I don't know. But it could have been a move for Tony. But let's see. Tony's going to try and go to the right, as it seems. Yuri tries to leave as much space as they can on Tony as they head towards 5. And we got, I think, potential side-by-side action for the race lead as well. So I think let's watch that, because Deck is doing an amazing... I don't think Deck's won a race last season, so...
Don't you win? Don't jinx it.
Yeah, I'm not going to jinx it. I jinxed so many people last season, including yourself, Matt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
But luckily you're on the box, so I won't be jinxing you. But I think Akon's dropped a bit on J-Luke, so let's leave it for the time being. Coutinho could be on to 3rd place right now. Tony's got a time penalty, so that pushes him up into either 3, 6 or 9 second of penalties. And I think Akon just gaining a bit in the first sector, but he's losing a bit of time in the 3rd sector, which is unfortunate for him. So let's watch Akon at the moment as they go down the hill towards turn 4. Akon always taking the same line as he always does and not going for adventurous lines, but sometimes that's what you get in when you have the racing line. When you don't have the racing line, that gives you an opportunity to go for a more ambitious move sometimes, and that could be intriguing to say the least. And I do believe that everyone else is in the lead lap apart from Goodlip, who's in P12. But since everyone who is in this race will finish, if you do finish, you will score points if it was a real race, obviously. But since the pre-season, it doesn't cost anything. It's just for fun.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the ERS. Akon has got 6% left, and Jamie, he's just sort of biding his time. He's still got about 60% ERS remaining. But, yeah, as the timing has just glitched again. I don't know if that's happened to you.
Yes, it has.
Okay, for a minute, and I thought I lost.
It's worse than the last patch. Come on.
Let's have McLaren one too. Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, I take that because I support McLaren in real life as well. So, you know, but obviously we are remaining partial in the commentary box as
Favoritism. We've got no favoritism.
yeah, no favoritism, of course. Well, to be fair, there are some races in iRacing where I try not to be biased, but in the sound of my voice, it sounds like I am biased, but I'm not. But it happens. But anyway, on lap 20 at the moment, and this could be the good chance for people to pit now if they want to go on the soft tyres, if they want to get their final stops out the way. I wonder if people remember the 2-stop rule. So, Akon running out of hers, that's not good. Jamie's got plenty of hers. He's on 68%, so he should be fine. And the timing tower has glitched again. It never does this on safety car restarts. It never does it. So I think we found a new glitch to report to Cody's, everybody.
Oh, dearly. Yeah, I'm just right. I'm keeping an eye on the time of Mike because he's done his 2 pit stops. I think at the moment he net race leader, I believe, at the moment when the pit stops come into a factor because he's 7 seconds behind, I think, the race leader at the moment. But if they keep battling the way they are, you know, it could really change that race. And
I thought Matter was battling Pete, but it's just showing the up arrows, so they panicked me.
Yeah, I was trying to get back on board with Jamie, and the game is just completely jumbled up the order now. It's as if Jamie almost lost the rear end to turn on, took too much curb on the entrance. Does Akon have a chance? No, he does not, because again he's burnt all that ERS up. But just trying to stay within the DRS now, as you can see the blinking LED light of Akon on board of Antonio, indicating that Akon is low on ERS deployment. Akon will be aware of that. But yeah, it's sort of like a DRS trader at the moment, and looking at Mike, it's really affected him now because he'd be losing like 4/10 a lap out with no fault of his own. So yeah, it seems to be a battle between Mike and Matt Ryan at the moment because they've done 2 pit stops at the moment.
Yes, and Mike's teammate Goodlib, who is being lapped. So, but I think ghosting is on, I believe, so that won't affect things too much. But we'll see what Matt Ryan can do against the debut of Mike. It is nice and sunny now. Don't forget it started off quite wet and now it's nice and sunny. So, you know, things could change at a drop of a hat. As Ryan, I believe, is serving his 2nd stop. Is he going to go for the softs? Well, a no-brainer there. He does go for the softs. So that is the next driver to do the compulsory 2 stops. So the only ones that have done 2 stops are Ryan, Pete, Goodlib, M. Ryan, and Mike. And that Mike and M. Ryan are having a battle now. Oh, Mike's got a bit twitchy on exit.
Akon has now taken the lead of the race, but Jamie's got loads more ERS to use. Is Jamie going to do his trademark move going around the outside? He's only gone and blooming done it again, hasn't he?
Jamie is just... Jamie's my driver of the day so far. If he keeps this up, he could be... Shame he's only reserve, though. He's only a reserve driver. Oh, my God. Jet was going to go... Oh. Jamie's got a time penalty. Jamie. I think everyone's going to get a time penalty at this race. It probably doesn't matter, but Akon is serving his 2nd stop, covering for Jamie, and is getting the undercut done. So here he goes onto the softs. The only other driver that is boxed as well is Patino. And that was a bit of a long pit stop for Vitinho. Kind of
Not
wish
right.
we see what the pit stop phases are, but we can't tell at the moment. Matt is still out as well. So that leaves Jamie, Yuri, Tony and Matta to serve their second stop, and also Newgarden as well. I think the only drivers not to get penalties is Matta, Akon and Vitinho. So if there's another safety car, podium potential maybe, but we'll see.
But when did Matt Ryan get in front of Mike? There's a yellow flag. Jamie has spun. Jamie has spun.
Oh, commentator's curse. Oh, for
8.
goodness sake.
Is Jamie going to pit now? No, he's not. So I take it he's got no damage. He's got very, very warm tyres. I think he's hoping for a safety car. I hope he's remembered about the 2-stop rule.
Yes, they have. I believe they were told about the 2-stop rule in the rule book, so no excuse. But we still got a battle for the lead. Not the battle that you were thinking of, though, between... Oh, Yuri, you gave me a heart attack, my friend. Anyway, it's between Tony and Yuri for the lead now. And I think Yuri's probably the fastest guy at the moment. Matta just got past Yuri's teammate of Newgarden then. So Matta is up in a 2-6 place. But at least if they forget to 2-stop, at least it's not in round 1. At least it's in the pre-season race. So at least they're getting it out the way. And it would be a disqualification, I believe, if they forget. Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
Ooh. So Tony is going in. Yes, Tony's going in. Yuri thought about it, but he did not. Is Jamie coming in?
No, he's not.
Come on, Jamie. Box, man. Box.
Matt Ryan is now gaining on Jamie, because Jamie will go into the lead, but Matt Ryan and Mike are gaining on them. They're literally neck and neck with each other. But Goodlip is giving Matt Ryan DRS all the time. So it's interesting tactics there. I would have thought Goodlip would have had to get out the way. But if Matt Ryan wants to have us to have a look at that, we can have a look at that. Because with pre-season, we can always implement the odd extra rule if we think something needs addressing. But yeah, Yuri has only done 1 stop so far, hasn't he? Yes.
Yuri, Jamie, Matta, and Newgarden are the only drivers that are still yet to make their second stops. Has Vitinho? Oh my goodness, it's going to be 3 abreast into turn 4. Oh my god, someone please back out. I think the Red Bull backed out. He's still in front. But it's Williams. It's going to be 3 wide into turn 6. Newgarden backs out. Akon got 1 driver. Is he going to get Vitinho? This is amazing stuff from the pair of them. I wish Vitinho was full-time as well, because he's doing a great job. Oh, that's tight from Vitinho. But I think Vitinho covers Akon off. Let's watch Akon now. This could be the run he needs into turn 1. I don't think he's going to do it, because otherwise he's going to run out of VRS. Matta's got a time penalty, which leaves Vitinho as the only driver to have no pans. So Akon gets the run onto the right-hand side. And he sees that Vitinho's behind him. Someone's gone off. That's Newgarden. And he gets a 3-second time penalty added. Let's look at penalties, actually. We've got 9 for Yuri, 3 for Jamie, 11 for Matt Ryan, 14 for Mike, and 3 for Akon.
I think you should look at the battle between Jamie and Matt Ryan. My goodness gracious, just as well, Matt Ryan's got really good reaction skills. Almost went right into the back of Jamie at turn 3. That was really hot stopping moment there for Matt Ryan.
That made me jump as well.
Might need to change his underwear, I think, after that.
Right, I think Mike... Oh, is Mike going in again? He doesn't need to box again.
Ryan, why'd you get another penalty, man?
There's more penalties happening at the moment. Oh, and we're seeing, I think, Akon now moving up to 4th due to Mike pitting, even though I don't think he needs to. We're seeing M. Ryan and J. Luke. M. Ryan gets it on the exit of 1 into 2. Now heading towards turn 3 now. I think Jamie wants a DRS. Yes, he wants a DRS. That's why he wants to maintain. But look at the speed M. Ryan is gaining. But Jamie just saying, no, you're having none of that. Here he comes then onto the exit of 4. Perfect. perfect. Bravo. Well executed from the McLaren driver. And, oh my God, M. Ryan's going to go for the dive bomb of dreams into 6. That's crazy. And Newgarden spun again into turn... I can't... 5. Yeah, turn 5. But yeah, bravo to M. Ryan there for the move that he just did. That is crazy.
Jamie, no. To pit again. It looks like that McLaren's carrying damage there. Just looking at the speed around the corners, it just looked like his front wing's taking a bit of a knock. Because Jamie was rapid, and now all of a sudden he's just dropping off the pace. But he has the ERS to defend on Acon, but I think Acon will be aware of how slow Jamie is down around the corners, particularly in sector 2. So as Acon looks to send it down the inside and catching Jamie by surprise, it seems, and well, that's Acon up into P3. Who would have thought it? Yuri, Matt Ryan, Acon, 1, 2, 3.
Crazy that. Oh, it's going to be 3 abreast into turn 4. Oh, this may end wrong here. Someone please back off. Oh my God, thank goodness it didn't end in tears at the moment, but I think it's Acon that's gained less here at the moment. He's got Tony as well, and he's got Ryan Berry for company. And Ryan, that was so close, my friend, but bravo for holding that. And Vitinho doing an excellent job. Oh God, I was going to say Vitinho's done an excellent job, but Matt Ryan is now out the race, and we got another safety car. Soft tyres?
Why was Matt Ryan pitting? I thought he...
No, Matt Ryan and Vitinho came together.
I thought Matt Ryan pitted twice, so he didn't need to stop again.
No, they came together before the pit stops, I think, which forced M. Ryan into the pits. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'll probably watch the stream back afterwards, but that, I think, would be... advantage Acon and Tony, who doesn't need to stop again. And let me just check the stops. It's just Yuri now, I believe, that needs to stop once more, and then Mata. So I wonder if... Sorry.
Safe Newgarden. Look how close Yuri and Newgarden are on track. Again, I was saying Yuri is pitting, but this is safe Newgarden's race, a safety car.
Yes, I think that saved quite a few people's races as well. Mike, Vitinho was the one that kind of caused that safety car with Matt, but there we go. It is hard to tell, but I think that's what happened. And Pete's retired. Binned in the pit lane, I'm guessing. Let me go on board with Jamie. Pete, what have you done? Oh! That's awkward.
But, oh dearie me.
So we're down to 10 or 11? I think we're down to 11 now. So that is, hopefully the last of the retirements, please. So that is Deck, your race leader, Tony in second, Ryan Berry in third. I don't think I would have predicted that going into this race tonight.
Not one
Jesus, this reminds me of Hungary. But instead, there's a Williams in the lead instead of an Alpine.
Unbelievable.
Austria
never fails to just excite us, does it?
And guess what? We get to go there again in like 9 weeks' time.
Oh. Can we do it again next week?
Yeah, can we just do the first round at Austria, please? First round Austria, second round Bahrain, boom. Or we could just do Austria. Or actually, no, it'll get boring if we do Austria every race, to be fair.
And then for the final one, reverse the track, yeah, cool.
I wish we could do that, to be fair. But I think everyone's caught up, and unfortunately Goodlip again will be lapped. That's always unfortunate, isn't it? But
not sure, but at least in P10.
Yeah, points. 3 points actually. 3 points.
Because We've got an Alpine 2-3 and a Williams in the lead. So it's really quite frustrating sometimes because you've got like, I mean, the Red Bull Blue is a bit obvious, but then you've got the Alpine and then you've got the Williams. And it's trying to find a difference between the colour of blues. I can see what the real F1 commentators are like now when they're on the track map. There's like blue, 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 blue. And then when you know when the McLaren is, it's just the brightest dot there is on the...
I think I commentate for PSGL, and it is just so hard to identify which is an Alpine, which is a Williams, which is a Red Bull. Just make it a different colour, and I'll be fine. And there's a safety car coming in. Game? No, I think it's staying out. The safety car light is still on.
It's having to wait for the Red Bull of Newgarden.
We could be in for a stellar last few laps of this race. This is sprint lobbies, but cleaner. So make sure you watch this. Do not tune out. Do not click that X button. Whatever you do. Yes, yes, that's you. That's you. In the black t-shirt.
Wait, what?
I was joking. I was. I'm sure there's someone watching wearing a black t-shirt.
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying, don't put the kettle on. If you do put the kettle on, put us on your phone, on your tablet, if you do.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. That's what I do with Jackaka on a Thursday night. I have it on my phone whilst I cook dinner.
Oh. I'm too lazy to cook dinner, me.
Yeah. But anyway, oh my God, we're gonna get you 3 laps of green flag here. And it looks like the 2 Alpines are working together as well. So this could look good for Alpine and the constructors.
Look at the tactic Jamie's doing. Look at him redlining his engine, trying to burn as much fuel, make his car as light as possible, you sneaky devil.
Oh, Jamie. Let's see how many penalties Jamie is on. He's only on 3. Compared to Yuri on 12, Ryan Berry on 9.
Tony on none.
Tinian on none.
I'm not jinxing him. Not jinxing him.
I already jinxed.
No, you haven't. You didn't say anything.
I've already jinxed someone. I jinxed Matt Ryan.
It's my turn to jinx one.
Yeah, that's fine by me then. Then it'll be 1-1. Anyway, safety car is in at this lap then. So the safety car light is off. Deck's probably not used to this, is he? So he's got to make sure he has a perfect launch just like his teammate did. Whenever the safety car was before. Oh. 5-second penalty. Severe collision with Tony. Uh-oh. This could open up for Yuri then, even though Yuri's on 12 seconds. But there we go. So Tony will probably have to come in, surely, right? Nope, he stays out. I don't think there's no point in coming in, so that's why he's staying out. Ryan Berry goes off. Okay. He's probably had enough. He's probably given up. But Acorn's had a good start. But Tony's probably had an even better start into turn 1. And they all go up the hill. It's so blinding the sun now at the moment. Mike's got an extra penalty now. He's up to 12. So that will bounce Coutinho even more. Who's gone? Oh, it's Good Lip letting people through. And Acorn is pulling up a beautiful gap. He doesn't need to worry anyway because of Tony's 8-second penalty, but again, we will need to think what caused that 5-second penalty. Should that be removed? We don't know, but I don't believe we look at stewards' reports for pre-season race because obviously it's for a bit of fun. And we're heading towards lap 35 soon, but I can't call who's going to be getting certain positions here because Coutinho's got no penalties. Jamie's only on 3, Acorn's only on 3, Matt's only on 3. Those 3 drivers could gain massives here.
I'm trying not to speak. I don't want to jinx anybody. I'm just trying to keep it quiet, but at the same time, look around, see where the action is on track. Jamie and Matt are close together. Just the top 5 are so close together. I don't know where it's going to finish. Oh, it's Good Lip spun it again. Oh, that's unfortunate. Good Lip, he's retired of the race, but it's been a good debut from him. Despite him DNFing, he should be proud of the result he's got as the other Haas driver has lost P7 to a Newgarden. Hey there, Jess.
Oh, sorry, I've muted my mic. It was a shame for good. Oh, what's happened to Jamie?
Jamie and Matt have come together.
Oh no. Oh no. So many drama has happened already in this race, and we hope that there wasn't any more drama, and they came together, which was unfortunate. But Goodlip, yeah, he was very unlucky to get the damage that he did, but he still kept going. I probably wouldn't have kept going, but there we go. Matt is now out of the race. How many finishers have we got? We're down to 8. And we're on the final lap of this race. Still yellow flag sector 3. Tony could get the win on track here. Defending to the left. Oh, there's not much space given at all. Oh my God, Yuri. Yuri, what a move. What a move from Yuri there. Is he going to get the move into 4? I'm sure it won't mean matters because he's on 15 seconds of penalties. But
Akon has to be careful here. If he gets another penalty, this could hand the win to Vitorino.
yes, he's got to be careful. So Akon, if I were you, just maybe let Tony through, and then that. Oh, Tony's gone off. Oh, careful! Oh my God, that was close to hitting Vitorino. But Yuri's gonna win the race on track, Yuri, but he's not gonna win it on penalties. It will either be Akon or Vitorino. And it will be Vitorino, I think. Yes, it will. Vitorino wins the first race of the season, well, the pre-race. Akon in second. Jamie in third. Newgarden 4th. Yuri 5th. Mike 6th. Tony has run out of fuel. And Ryan Barry will be the last person to cross the line. That was a crazy finish. My oh my.
I'll be just watch. If that's going to be VSL for this coming season, please let there be more of that. Apart from the DNFing. Please, 3 abreast into some of these corners, that's just ridiculous.
To be honest, it's hard to tell at times, and just hope we don't get as many DNFs, but the battles, I would have to say, keep it up, and I love Bahrain, so. And the fact that Jamie finished in third without that, even with those spins, showed that if you get less penalties, you will get rewarded. So, please, Vitorino, be reserve driver. I think he will be reserve driver after tonight.
Oh, for sure. But I know the game says Jamie is driver today, but I have to say for Tony, he sort of kept it quiet, kept it clean.
No penalties.
And, he got the race win. But that doesn't write off Jamie's amazing comeback drive from the back. But for Tony, what a drive from him there. And hopefully he can sign up for the VSL season. Hopefully he can be a reserve all the time. So fantastic drive there from him.
In the Aston Martin, nice to see an Aston Martin win. So we've got Vitorino from Akon, from Jamie, from Newgarden, from Yuri, from Mike, from Tony, from Ryan, from Matta, from Goodlib. I need to find out his real name actually. And then your timers were Goodlib, Pete, Matt Ryan, and Kyle. Kyle retired quite early on, and that caused the first safety car, I believe. So that was the pre-season race for VSL Season 7, and I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic season opener next week when we head to Bahrain, following as close to the real-life calendar as possible. And that was absolutely fantastic. These drivers did not, they definitely gave us a show, and I'm looking forward to next week. So
I'm so honestly, can next week come like tomorrow? But that's not how days work, unfortunately.
Yes, they need time to practice, of course, but at least today's over for them, and if they were struggling, at least they can focus on next week, get the ground running for the first race. I'm sure quite a few people have raced in Bahrain already, because many leagues decide to race in Bahrain as the opening round, which is fair enough. So I think there's only a few people that did not race in Bahrain this game. So I think another close race like tonight, but I think more moves will be made, and I think less retirements, but we'll see. So that is it then for tonight. Make sure you join us next Wednesday at 8 PM UK time. Follow us on Twitter at VSL_F1, You can also find us on our personal Twitters, which is from myself, JessGames95. I almost had to second guess myself, my own Twitter. And for RedMat, it's speed_RedMat, the same Twitter handle as your PSN, I believe, except you don't have the extra underscore at the end on your Twitter handle. But there we go. Is that the right Twitter handle, by the way?
That is the right Twitter handle.
Yes, there we go. Right, I'm doing something right. So for myself and Matt, thank you for joining us. We will see you next week. Have a good evening, and hopefully the drivers will give us a good showing next week. We will see you soon. And if I can find the ending screen, goodbye.